This is Shaun Sport in podcast form.
Our Eagle, Jeremy McGovern, is in the house, and we thought we'd be talking footy to him off air. Not really. It's Nathan just going over the tool set that he's got.
I said to him, I've got so many tools, and Gov says, what?
Yeah.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
I, for some reason, thought that you'd have Roby.
Don't!
You just knew. You knew.
This is my thing. I told so many people I was buying a Ryobi, and not one person mentioned that, this is the thing that the builders wouldn't choose, but it is fantastic for the people
Were the
at
people
home.
you were telling me, down at your clubhouse, is it?
Yeah. The men's shed.
With the onions. Down in the men's shed.
No, but seriously, is it Roby? I think are great. I mean, the colours nice.
They are great.
No, they've not.
The colours?
They're not. Set me wrong.
Because, Is that how you pick your tools? Is on the colours?
Maybe, yes. I think it's like Woolies Coles.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so
everyone's either Woolies
what
or
tool
Coles
do you lean into?
I've picked when I was young, so I was DeWalt.
And then you're committed.
And I've stayed
Like
with
you're
it
an
'cause
Eagle for life, you're DeWalt for life.
very much loyalty to it. And
Where's
I
DeWalt
feel like
in the
a lot
pyramid?
of trade people
Proper
are
tradies.
one in, and they're
That's it.
diehard of whatever it is.
But Nathan,
Makita.
yours is cute.
Forward Holden.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
there's
that's
like the wannabes.
But he's
is
got the
Ryobi.
matching bag.
And there's the K-pop.
Yes.
The K-pop version. That's really good.
So you're DeWalt.
I'm DeWalt, yes.
And
but
where's DeWalt
most-
in the pyramid of things?
Depends who you ask. If you ask me, I think they're the best, but probably Milwaukee's the most common.
Sean, what tool do you own? What brand tools do you own?
He borrows, remember?
Sid Chrome.
Set of spanners.
Yeah, spanners and stuff.
You would know what a
Shouldn't we be talking about football?
We are. We're going to be
Okay,
talking
right.
about football, actually, Gov, because Gov's not playing this weekend. A couple of guys come into the team. But good news for the Gov. The 2026 AFL game is out. He's the highest-rated Eagle at 87 points out of 100. You and Elliot Yeo equal top.
There you go.
Neither of them
good.
playing this weekend.
Yes, it would be great if that 87-point rating would be out there. But, not the case for myself and obviously Yowie. But, that's good. I might have to look at getting Hudson that for...
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So
as much as I don't want to
You're
encourage
going
it.
to get the statistic to get him to take it into a show and tell. don't you?
Yeah.
Really? No, there's another thing from Dad.
Highest rated player across the league is Caleb Sarong. He's the highest
Is that
player in the
right?
game.
Not
There
Nick
you go.
Daicos.
No. Getting back to the Gov, though, of course, we saw you get taken off the field last week with a HIA. Where do you stand with your recovery this week in terms of your head knock that cost you?
Yeah, it's obviously 12-day process at minimum that you've got to go through. So I feel like was this last year we were talking about this as well? Yeah.
Oh, those head knocks are doing well.
Yes. It's deja vu. But, so got to go through that full process and make sure that everything's good.
Because
it is.
Because
But it's
I
not.
know a lot of athletes go, no, I'm ready. I'm right to play. But you do know it's for a reason. But
Of course, yeah. So it's not really frustrating, but it's like you can understand.
Yeah.
But it is tedious now. Like it's not. You just run back out there and it's all good. There's a process and a system, which is good. Is what we probably needed for players to make sure that the decisions that are getting made around it are good decisions for everyone's health. So,
across
it's
the
a
board,
fair process.
12, is it?
12 days.
12 days, man.
12 days is minimum.
So if you've got a wedding coming up and you know you've got to play a game.
Oh, yeah, you reckon?
Oh, yeah, you go. Oh, okay.
The tactics.
You know what I mean? I mean, if it's 12 days minimum.
Knock me in the head, somebody. You were on the boundary line, Gov, when you were taken off the ground and you were visually involved in the game because you were still...
You didn't
Well,
look
you had your
dazed,
faculties,
is what
yeah.
we're saying, yes.
And you're up and about and you get involved because the Eagles had some good
And your
moments
pants
and
are
stuff
in your
like
head
that.
and you're screaming, I'm the lizard queen.
That must be hard because from the outside it certainly seemed like you were good to go.
Yeah, looking at it now,
Yes.
I felt like I was.
Yep.
But I think the Docs made the right decision. I felt
What did
fine.
you
It was
feel
my
when
cheek.
you-
I
when
thought
you
it was
got
my
hit?
cheek.
Yeah.
We were worried about my cheekbone. And that was actually okay.
But you would have just spat that out and kept on playing, really. That's what you said.
You get caught up in it, Shawnee. Like obviously,
Of course.
in our situation, I just wanted to win, and we were right in that game.
Yeah.
So that was frustrating coming off, but thankful for the Docs. I think, in the end, because you seemed alright, I seemed fine, but doing the testing and stuff after you probably weren't. So it's like, okay, well,
right
that's
decision
what
was
that's
made.
what that system and process is there for.
Yep.
But also at the same time, you're a little bit frustrated. It's like, I felt fine. I could have been back out there, but the Docs' jobs are to make sure that my health in 10 years, 15 years,
that's
20
right.
years
We're
is
talking
gonna be
long
okay.
term,
Is that a terrible thing when you're taken out of the game and you've got to go back into the squad? That testing of going back into the squad is that like annoying, or is it like what's that like? Is it more?
It is annoying, but it's also
necessary.
Good. It's great.
But we know it's necessary. But what's the annoying part about it?
It's a loss. You got to do a lot of different things now.
Like if it's your ankle, you just have to run around and do a bit of changing direction. But when it's this, it's a lot of thinking. Your mind's being put under the pump.
Back then, Shaun, what about for you?
Sean? Oh, no, sorry.
You're Shaun.
Okay, sorry, I forgot. Obviously nothing.
Nothing. So literally,
And it shows.
How you going?
Wow.
I remember one time on the field, I did say to someone who picked me up, it was probably the doctor at the time, what happened? And he went, that guy knocked you over. And I was like, oh.
Get back in there.
But
It's
I want to know, do you feel like you could pass that test?
Earlier than the 12 days.
No, not earlier, without getting a head knock. So they've already taken your baseline, right?
What are you trying to say, Sean?
And because I just think it would be hard anyway. You're playing half time. They come in and they go, Gov, you haven't been hit or anything. How do you put?
Who's the Prime Minister of Australia?
Yeah, you'd be like,
yeah.
at what level
you
do
could.
you have to get spot on, or is it just close enough?
I've actually haven't asked the doc how close and everything it is.
Yeah.
Obviously,
What the fail mark is. Yeah.
Yeah, but it'd have to be close, I'd imagine, to your baseline. So, if you're not close enough to the baseline, or visually the doctors think, hang on, he seems to be, because you can't fudge it.
Yeah.
You can just say, yep, all good. Try to do all the testing, and then the doc's going, mate, hang on.
Yeah.
You're not looking right. You're asking me different questions. So it's a very, very tough position for the doctors.
Is there anyone in your team that their baseline is stupid, so that no one's going to notice?
Yeah, there's a few that we always.
Like, how would you tell?
How'd you know?
That's why I've gone to a few boys and said, mate, how did you do it? How did you make it so bad?
And they said,
that I'm okay. They're like, well, I nailed it. I thought it's like, yeah, exactly. Tell me how.
Well, Gav, it's going to be a tough go against Richmond because they'll be, it's a home ground advantage for them. Yep. They'll be up and about. You're not playing, obviously, as an experienced player down the back line. That's a big out. There's a couple of young guys coming back into the team. Yeah,
it's every week's a challenge for sure, but Richmond at their best have knocked off some sides and gave them a real good run as well. So on the road travelling, first game at the G, probably for a lot of those young boys as well. So that'll be exciting for them to get some experience on there. It's an opportunity as well.
How are you keeping your morale up?
Sorry?
How are you keeping your morale up? As a club, you haven't won a game for a long time.
He said morale.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to keeping the morale up for sure. But luckily, we've got a lot of young boys in our group who bring a lot of energy and enthusiasm and laughs, which
so it is still
helps.
Fun? Because I worry about that. You're having fun playing?
Yes, we're having fun.
Money. Look at him.
But it's definitely not as fun as when you're winning. So that's why winning's be all and all.
Would be good.
Do you look at the game through the young players' eyes, say their first time at the G, because you had yours? Do you step back and watch them walk in and actually sort of try to experience that through them to become not bitter like we are?
No, not really.
No?
Nathan, I'm not a weirdo like that, but...
A voyeur.
A voyeur, someone would say, Sean.
No, I think understanding that, you're not watching them. I'm not sitting there
not watching them
across the corner and my eyes popping
We're talking
up
about there's no hands down pants.
But for sure, understanding that people look at it differently.
But you don't want them to get too overawed by it.
No, not overawed,
but
also
that's why you
enjoy
just
it.
watch them.
Enjoy it. Don't get overawed, but everyone looks at it differently.
What about you, Shaun?
To your point, Nath, I think that, though, if you're playing with a whole heap of young guys, and there's been a lot of stress for the West Coast Eagles for a number of years, right? Yeah. And you see the energy in their eyes and the excitement, you got to go with a mate to a thing that you're really into, and they've not been there. Like I was at the footy last night, to be with a group of friends who are really having a good old time and enjoying themselves, then you're up and about. It's the same thing.
It's like radio. We've got Trusso here that's pressing the buttons, and he's at the start of his radio career, and every time there's a new first, I love looking at his eyes. He's so excited. He's not bitter and twisted like us. Yeah. He's at the start of his journey.
Was he excited today? This is my first time in with Jeremy. It's very cool.
Is it?
Yeah, it's huge for him, and we just go, dumb old
everyone
Jeremy.
just got more excited then.
Dumb old Gov, we say.
So you should all be treating me.
We say it all the time.
Yeah. But I like that. And I think people in their own jobs should lean into watching the younger people experience something for the first time, because they're going to have something that we don't, and that is excitement.
And that's where the enjoyment comes from, of the excitement of the young boys and seeing all these things. You'd sort of get sucked into it a bit.
Who's
as
the most up and about of the young fellas? Who's the one that really...
The most up and about was Harley. He left.
Diwas right up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's very energetic and up and about.
Everybody says his name wrong, don't they?
Dua, sorry.
Is it Dua? You call him Dua because it's funny?
Originally they said that. Originally they broke it down that way.
Yeah, I think we say it to stir him up.
Yeah. Shall I just deliberately mispronounce his name? I like it.
I like that too, Natalie.
Yeah.
Gav, we wish you all the best. Look forward to seeing you back against St Kilda, which will be next Sunday afternoon.
Yep. Thanks very much.
And good luck to the Eagles.
Well done to the Dockers for playing them into
Thanks,
form.
guys.
Yep. I'll meet you in the toilet. We'll have some more tool talk.
Oh, you're going to cross swords.
Shaun, tools, not weapons.
Shaun Sport in podcast form.
Had 14 messages coming at me in the last quarter, and most of them were family members who abused me over the fact that my team was losing and about to lose the game last night.
Did they point out that the way you win the last quarter is by winning the last quarter?
Shaun,
maybe you could tell Fremantle Football Club that too.
Shaun, honestly, if you could you can block a number on your phone. If you could block a number on your phone of a family member, which one would it be?
On game day, it'd be my brother David, because he goes hard at me.
Why don't you just block him on game day?
Because it's my team, your team. Your friend.
Oh, right, but when you were playing, it was all like, he can get your tickets. It was our team, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day?
Of course.
Right, interesting. Block him.
So the Fremantle Dockers went down last night to Collingwood, who were fantastic by 14 points. The problem with the Dockers last night is their inability to score. So after the game, I was just checking out the stats, because you're watching the game and you're going, I can see them trying their ring off.
Yes.
I can see that happening. Collingwood were able to go up the other end and score quite clearly, but I didn't really check the stats whilst the game was going on until the end. And I was standing next to one of my mates and he said, can you refresh yours? Is this happening? So last night, to win the game of football, apart from winning the last quarter, which we know will get...
the win.
Is
the last
win.
quarter.
Is the win. Fremantle come into this game, they go, we need to win the contested ball because that's our strength. We need to win field position because that's another one of our strength. The centre clearances, we were beaten last week against St Kilda.
Have they considered kicking goals? That's a
Never
good
came into it now. Inside 50s, we need to be there, okay?
Yes, yeah. So that's closer to the goal.
Yeah.
Statistically, they won the contested possessions 134 to 122, so plus 12 there, which is great. The centre clearances 20 to 8.
Oh, that's
once
amazing.
again, plus 12. That's huge. That's real stoppages. Again, they won. Shaun Darcy was winning the hit-outs.
Good on you, Shaun.
And then they won the inside 50s 63 to 34.
So they had pretty much double the amount of inside 50s.
Which, honestly,
lost.
on paper, you show anyone that and you go, you can easily say that this team's won by 10 to 15 goals.
That feels like they've done twice as much work for half amount of effort. No, the other way around. Rewards.
Yeah.
That's a downy day.
That's a
So what's going wrong there? What is that? Do they not have someone to kick goals?
I reckon there was a couple of things. Firstly, if you're the opposition, who really flooded back and then slingshotted out of the back line, so they would have seen what's.
But were they doing how long were they doing that during the game, the whole game?
No. There was moments where Fremantle were just through sheer, I think, will to show everyone we're trying our heart out.
And
you get the ball and you're just trying,
Yes.
then you don't break it down and slow the game down and do an easy thing that.
Sure.
It's like, look, Mum, what I did, and then you get tackled.
100%.
Okay.
Here's Fly McRae, who is the coach of the Collingwood Football Club. He was ecstatic with the win.
This is an incredible performance by, again, our medical team and our players, and we're so proud of it. Like, you put on the jumper for Collingwood, it doesn't matter who it is. It's Ed Allen comes in and just does a great job for us. Lockie Sullivan, great. Oleg Markov for moments. He's only got a quarter and a bit. And it doesn't matter who puts a jumper on. We want them to play a certain way. And, we're going to go home with the 4 points with a lot of confidence that this is a big win for us. And, we'll sit in it for a bit.
He sounds nice.
Yeah. Ed Allen was a very good contributor last night,
I'm at
Natalie.
book club with his mum tonight.
That's nice.
It's really nice. She'll be up and about.
Yeah, she will be.
So when he joined Collingwood, did every second one of their teeth fall out?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that what happened? That's why the jumpers are black and white, aren't they?
Nathan, it is amazing to see last night being out. There was a big crowd there. It was a beautiful night, and the Collingwood fans were out in force. They're everywhere.
Were they?
Yeah.
There's always dark and light everywhere.
Why are we in Australia being conditioned? Or is it just this end of the building that we've been conditioned to think that they're like they're the people at the Thunderdome going, rah!
Well, if you've been to a game at the MCG,
in
the thick of it.
So we're not the only ones that think that about
exists.
Collingwood. They only have like one tooth, all that sort of stuff.
Justin Longmuir, the coach of Fremantle, he had this to say about the performance.
That was the difference in the game. Clearly, was their efficiency. inside forward 50 and our inefficiency going forward.
Their goals.
Yeah, would we kick 83 points from over 63 inside 50s? So, we needed more bang for buck. Yeah. Fell into bombing the ball in there probably a little bit too much, and they held up well all night. So
they're getting heaps of points, yeah? Is that what they're saying?
No, making the most. We didn't get enough points, bang for buck, out of the inside 50s. And that's what that was the difference in the game last night. So they walk away.
Close to the goals, but not scoring.
So walk away and go, we did everything right other than being able to kick the ball through the big sticks.
Which is a big part of it.
So it just sounds like they just need to, training angle a little bit left or angle a little bit more right. Is that right?
Or go a bit further in.
No, a bit further in? Yeah. Are we talking about left or right or in?
I just think that they probably kick the ball too long in, so maybe just lower your eyes and hit the 25-metre pass and have a free shot for goal.
What that means.
Yeah. Not surprising.
Kick it shallow.
And finally, to wrap up sport, I'll throw this in. Sam Kerr has welcomed her
baby boy
into the world. Jagger.
Jagger Mewis Kerr.
Interesting note that her sister Maddie had a son called Sonny a little while ago, and it was named after my daughter, Sonny.
Is that right?
Oh, really?
That's cute.
Actually named after Sonny?
It was, because they just loved the name when Sonny was born back in the day. And
Sonny's not an arsehole either. She's so lovely.
She is. The apple of
Why
my father's
Why did you go? She's still in that lovely phase.
Anyway, Jagger.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Isn't it the nursing homes of the future going to be fun?
Yeah.
I know.
Come here, Jagger. Come over here, Rainfall.
But it'll be normal.
Yeah, I know. It'll be so normal.
Yeah. Shaun Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.